So hello and welcome back to the Rishka Bangla YouTube channel. So today I am going to explain the code of this project from White Hat Junior called Never Forget a Password, and it is a project from ATV class 29. So now let's begin with the design. So I am already on the design section. Inside the design section I have a screen and the screen's ID is screen 1. Then inside the screen I have a column. The column's ID is column 4, and inside the column my component is going to be a label, and the label's ID is label 1. Text is password generated. Font size is 30 and font color is pink. Then I have a column and the column's ID is column 3. Inside the column I have a component as a label, and the label's ID is label 2, and the text of the label is Never Forget a Password, and the font size is 25. My next component is also one column. The column's ID is column 2, and I have two components inside this column. My first component is a text input. Its ID is text input 1, and its hint is type a known word. Then I have an button. The button's ID is button 1 and its text is generate. Then I have a column and the column's ID is column 1. Inside the column I have a label. I have a blank label and its ID is new password. It has no text as to the blank label, and its font size is 20. So for the font size 20, I am going to just type an capital T over here, and to show you what is font size 20, to what is the look of font size 20. So this is the look. I have typed a lot of capital T's in it. I am just going to black space all of these. Then now let's begin with the code of this project. So I just go to the block section, and over here my first block is initialize app variable modified password to blank. You can even put 0 over here. So we are also declaring a variable over here, and we are going to name the variable as modified password, and its value is going to be 0. Then I put my another block, and it was when button 1 is going to be clicked, do set app modified password to from text input 1 get text. So this block means that we are going to put the value of app modified password, our variable, to whatever text is going to be put in the text input. Our next block is going to be set app modified to in text app modified password, replace all a with @. So this block means that we are going to now set the app modified password to, means first it gets all the text from the text input. Now we begin coding with how to make it in a more complex password. So if we put so now we are going to set the app modified password in text to of app modified password, so the value of app modified password, and we are going to replace all the a's with @. Our next block is set app modified password to in text app modified password, replace all lowercase o's with zeros. It is set app modified password to in text app modified password, replace all upper string o's with 0. our next block is set app modified password to in text app modified password. Replace all lowercase s with 5. Then set app modified password to in text app modified password. Replace all uppercase s's with 5. Next, our next block is set app modified password to in text app modified password. Replace all lowercase i's with an exclamation mark. Then it is set app modified password to in text app modified password. Replace all lowercase s's with 1. And then our last block is from new password set text to app modified password. So over here first we put the value of our variable to from text input one get text. Now from the lowercase a to the lowercase l we have coded to make the password a more complex password. And then just saying that from new password set text to app modified password, that now whatever the value of app modified password is, it is going to be set in that blank label. So now I'm going to quickly live test it. I can also click on preview, so I should click on preview, and the screen is coming. Okay. So here's my screen. I have password generator, never forget a password. Okay, I'm going to click on type a known word. What should I do? I'm going to put over here monkey, for example, MONKEYS, monkey. And when I click on generate, it says it is M0NKEY5. Okay, it's a very complex password. Now I'm going to enter my name, which is Tanishka. I'm just going to enter it TANISHK Tanishka, and then I click on generate. So from this app, it has put my name as a password of T@N and exclamation mark 5 HK@. Okay, that's a very complex password. So this was the code of this project from White Hat Junior called Never Forget a Password. And until I make a new video, bye bye and keep coding.